Hello and welcome to How to Be an Icon. I'm Jared Jones. I'm joined by Donna Cameron. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm not tired and not pretending to not be tired, so I won't sound too upbeat on this recording.
No.
Hello!
This episode that was definitely going to be on John Cena and not Mariah Carey. I'm sure
So
you
if you heard Mariah Carey, it's because you're weird. Why did you hear that? No one said that.
And also, you might be thinking, today's not Wednesday. That's not the day. And to that I say, we never release episodes on a Wednesday. And gaslighting isn't real either. So
You're stupid and it's all in your head.
No, we had some scheduling issues, which meant we have pushed what would have been our next episode up one. And Mariah Carey will be next Wednesday. So it's all good. We're all back on track. But if you haven't already, please give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We're on YouTube, so you can go on there. And if you could leave us a review, a thumbs up, 5 stars if possible, and a comment down below. Who's your favorite John Cena? You can subscribe to our Patreon. It's currently free. You get access to our post shows, or in this week's case, a pre-show.
This squeaks.
Yeah, we're doing a pre-show. Not because it's wrestling themed, but because we recorded it ahead of time.
It's wrestling themed.
It's wrestling themed, yeah. If they have pre-shows in wrestling, that's how it goes. Anyway.
We all know that you don't watch the pre-show, but you do listen to our podcast.
Exactly. It's the main event. It's the WrestleMania of podcasts. That's what it says on our on our banner.
You can't see me and Jared. We are pointing at WrestleMania signs.
Speaking of you can't see me,
Do.
we are, of course, talking about John Cena.
I genuinely did not mean to do that. That was, audience, please know, that was not a bit.
Yeah.
Donna's not trying to be funny today. Donna's deadly serious because John Cena is a serious man.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect. What are your thoughts going in on John Cena?
I love John Cena.
Yeah?
I love John Cena. Somewhere in this house, we weren't able to find it. I have a hustle, loyalty, respect tea towel.
Because
little flannels.
He comes out with a little flannel and he holds. I mean, it may as well be a little tea towel. He holds it up. Shows his little cameraman friend and goes, "Let's go to work." He does that every time. And you also have a John Cena shirt as well.
I do.
Because you are such a fan.
I bought them at the same time, at the same place when I saw him.
Wow.
I saw him live. And
most people can't see him, so...
Oh, it was great. Is this too early to bring this up? Or
No, go for it.
I saw him do the first show that they did in China, in Shenzhen, in 2017 with my mate Alex.
Yep.
He did a match against Rusev,
Yep.
who's now called...
Oh, he's Rusev.
Oh, is he still Rusev?
He's back in WWE. He is now...
Right.
Yes.
I knew he had a name change.
He was Miro in AEW.
That was it. No, he did a match against Rusev, which was fine.
Yeah, it's a house show.
It was not a great show altogether.
Yeah.
But he came out, and I have never heard anything like it. He was the only wrestler that entire audience knew.
Yeah.
He rapped in Mandarin.
Yes. Because he can speak Mandarin, sort of.
He can speak it better than I can.
Yes.
But he does also apparently sound like a robot. But he came out, his music hit, and I started to cry.
Wow.
I was so excited.
You felt the hustle, loyalty, and respect.
I really did. It was such a big moment.
Yeah. No, I can believe
And
that.
he's a big boy.
Yeah, he looks like a fridge,
Yeah.
He has the proportions of a fridge.
And
And
I bet-
not one of those little fridges like what we got. We're talking like a big actual double door American fridge freezer.
I reckon he could produce ice cubes if he needed to.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the life and times of John Cena, we have to ask the question, what is John Cena's favorite drink, Donna?
I know the answer to this.
Go on.
Is it Diet Mountain Dew?
Now, so Diet Mountain Dew is a good answer because
It's one of them.
It is one of them.
Mark Henry did an interview where he's talking about it. He's like, that's all that boy drinks.
He was saying about it, and he's like, when I first met him, we rode together in a car because that's what wrestlers often do. They'll travel together because it's cheaper to rent one car.
Wrestling is a grim circus of a life.
Yeah. And this was right at the beginning when John was breaking into the WWE. And Mark Henry says about it, and he's like, I didn't know whether he was doing a cut or he was doing bodybuilder competitions. And he's like, oh, do you want a glass of water? And he's like, no. I only drink Diet Mountain Dew. And he's like, why? And he's like, well, because if I drink Diet Mountain Dew, I'll pee. Whereas if I have water, that's going to stay in there forever. And I can't lose that weight. So Diet Mountain Dew goes right through you. And Mark Henry's like, man, you go to the doctor, the first thing they ask you is, are you drinking water? Are you drinking enough water? They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, you can live off Diet Mountain Dew. His
face is incredible. He is just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a thing a person said.
But the actual answer is a flat white.
I did know this. He's talked about he loves coffee.
He talks about a flat white, how Patrick Bateman talks about his skincare routine.
Jared loves doing an impression of Patrick Bateman's skincare routine.
But like he's there being like, well, typically it would be served in a 6-ounce vessel. This is clearly an 8-ounce vessel. And what a flat white is 2 shots of espresso in warm milk. I want a drink that is coffee forward. I do not want a drink that is milk forward, because otherwise I'd order a latte. I go, and everywhere I go, I order a flat white, as it tells me what their priority as an establishment is.
Me and John Cena have something in common, because you know this. I will always order a flat white.
You will always order a flat white.
And it does tell you a lot about an establishment. It's a hard beverage to make.
Yeah. No, that's his thing. He says his favourite ones are from Melbourne, Australia. So that is...
Apparently Australia does have a good coffee culture.
Well, they invented the flat white. Their idea of a flat white, slightly different to everywhere else in the world. Anyway, we're not talking about coffee. This is an episode on coffee.
How to be a cup of coffee.
Yeah, this isn't an episode on how to be a cup of Nescafe, the best kind of coffee. No. We're talking about
John Cena.
John Felix Anthony Cena Jr., born the 23rd of April, 1977, in West Newbury, Massachusetts, to mother Carol and father John Joseph Cena Sr. That's hard to say.
Senior Cena.
John Cena Sr. John was very interested in wrestling from a very young age. He would make cardboard title belts that he'd give out to him and his brothers. He attended Springfield College. He would also be the captain of the football team, and would end up going on to NCAA Division III amateur wrestling.
I forget, that Springfield is a real place in the USA.
Yep.
That many places are called Springfield. Yep. How cute is making your own little belts? Yeah,
they show it in every single... One of the things
I know the photo you mean.
They show the photo every time in any of his video packages where it's like, he used to make cardboard titles. Like, that's just what he did.
Amateur wrestling is so different from professional wrestling, and it's not a pay scale thing. It's an actual
Yeah, I feel like calling it amateur wrestling is so
weird, because people do professional.
Yeah, professional wrestling and amateur wrestling are very different, because amateur wrestling is very real and professional wrestling is very
fake.
Is very fake.
Well, it's very real to them.
It's very predetermined, I guess, is what you could say. But John would graduate from Springfield College in 1999 and would move to LA to do various jobs, including being a bouncer, being a limo driver, being a personal trainer at Gold's Gym, which is the famous one.
I was going to say, that's the Arnie gym, isn't it?
Yeah. He became a bodybuilder and would have a very small walk-on extra role in the movie Ready to Rumble from the year 2000. It was the movie produced by WCW that starred David Arquette of Scary Movie and Marion Courtney Cox fame. And as a way to promote the movie, WCW put their world heavyweight title, their top title, on David Arquette. And this was a huge disaster. Terrible, terrible idea. Viewers turned off in their droves. And in WCW would fold in 2001 and were sold to their main competitor, WWF. So
they should have put it on Patricia Arquette.
Yes. Any other Arquette would have been better.
Many Arquettes we've learned on this show.
We sure have. But John would get his start in Ultimate Pro Wrestling, UPW, which was ran by Rick Bassman.
Wrestling has great acronyms.
Yeah.
Unlike UFO organizations that don't.
Yeah.
Wrestling tends to all sound good.
They do all sound good. John would get his start as a character known as the Prototype, which was a sort of T-1000 style robot man type thing. Now, the thing
I can see it.
This is the thing about John Cena that we'll probably get onto a little bit later. It's like, people always say like a wrestling character is like, oh, it's just you, but turned up to 11 kind of thing.
That's not John Cena.
Well, I think a robot man is John Cena.
Yes, but he's such a weird dude. And we only
Yeah, robots are weird dudes.
Oh. Oh, no, you're right.
You know? Robots don't make good dudes.
I just don't think a robot could have an Instagram as funny and as engaging as John Cena currently has.
But it could have a chat GPT like Twitter that John Cena has, full of inspirational quotes. He would get his unofficial debut in WWF as the Prototype in October 2000 in a dark match before a SmackDown taping.
Jared, what's a dark match?
A dark match is a match that promotions do before the start of a main show. So it's sort of like a warm-up act, if you were to think of it like in the way of like stand-up comedy kind of thing. Just a way to get the crowd like going, get them hyped. They often use lesser known wrestlers or unknown local wrestlers and use it kind of as a bit of a tryout to see if they're any good. Cena did impress, and he ended up getting a deal with Ohio Valley Wrestling in 2001, which was the developmental system for the WWF at the time. So,
yes. So I guess this is another thing we should explain. Wrestling has like several layers to it. So there's WWE. We now have NXT, which was the developmental.
Yeah.
And then developmental, where you just go and train and do matches.
Yeah. And then you got the indie scene where you're not with any kind of promotion. You're going from place to place, and they're not like on TV kind of thing. He would continue working his Prototype character alongside Jim Cornette, who I've written here, a Southern man who certainly has a lot of opinions. He is a wrestling promoter and booker. Some people would say controversial. I would just say he's got a lot of opinions.
I really like how he says
hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. I forgot the actual word because of how he says it.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. I'm here with this plate of hors d'oeuvres. I can't help but find listening to him so amusing. John Moxley, he's just so mad.
He's so mad about everything. And like I say, he's got many, many opinions.
We don't agree with all of them.
I don't agree with all of them, but he certainly says some things, and you're like, when he's right, he's very right.
It cracks me up.
And when he's wrong, oh boy, is he very wrong. But
wrestling has the unfortunate thing of its many, many problematic people that I unfortunately find hilarious. Like, I just go, but I do like you. Like, I like what you're saying. I can't support it.
The class of 2001 that OVW had, though, was insane, because you've got John Cena, main eventer, Randy Orton, main eventer, Dave Bautista.
You know, Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy and
James Bond.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of movies he's in. And Brock Lesnar from the UFC. So, like, those four guys, and this is no joke, they're the main event scene for the next 25 years.
Yeah,
like
you've named every, like, WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
For, like, every good while.
Every combination of those guys. It's, like, it's incredible.
John Cena and Randy Orton have never had a match, Jared.
Look, I did not write all about John Cena and Randy Orton's many, many, many matches, because this podcast is only an hour long, I don't need every single one of their 34 times that they fought one another.
I said it's like 900 or something.
Cena would hold both the Heavyweight Championship OVW and the OVW Southern Tag Team Championship with. He would also work several dark matches, which we said about before, and WWE house shows. A house show is an untelevised event. So that's what you went to when you went to go see John Cena. That would have been a house show.
It was. It was televised in China, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I think bits of it were put out as a...
They do normally film those things because it's it's our first show in China.
It was a big deal.
You know what? One day it might be on the WWE Vault channel. We might hear you crying in the background.
I would love nothing more to see that show back and hear me heckling Aiden English. Because it's just me and my mate going, boo, go home, in the most British.
He's like, I can hear.
It will carry over.
Yeah. In 2002, John Cena would be brought up to the main roster. He would debut on an episode of SmackDown on the 27th of June, he would come out to answer the open challenge of wrestler and legit Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. He won a real gold medal.
He's
with a
never mentioned it.
With a broken freaking neck
And
as
he
well.
comes out wearing it all the time. Love Kurt Angle.
Love Kurt Angle as well. One of the
His
best.
little cowboy hat.
Cena was still in this like prototype gimmick style, but he was called John Cena. The WWE had like very big plans for Cena. They wanted to push him. But fans were not really into him. And he comes out for this open challenge that Kurt Angle has put out there. And this clip is like burned into everyone's brain if you've ever watched any video package ever.
Yeah, if you watched wrestling as a child or as an adult, you have seen this bit.
Who in the hell are you? I'm John Cena. What is the one quality that you possess? Ruthless aggression.
But yeah, because of this, that era of wrestling is known as the Ruthless Aggression era.
We said goodbye to the Attitude Era.
And we said...
Stone Cold's knees stopped working long ago. And
The Rock's long gone to Hollywood, so we're going to...
And no one here's going to do that.
No one here would ever do that. So we're going to build the company around this guy. But the fans were not here for this weird, spiky-haired, little trunks muscle dork that was like...
And he does look like a dog.
He looks like such a dork with his ruthless aggression.
He looks a bit like the guys you and I make fun of at the gym.
Yes.
Who are trying too hard and taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's John Cena.
Yeah.
But, like, the energy's there.
And so he wasn't really working, and they're like, we can't build the company around this guy. And so the legend goes that John Cena there's a very real possibility that he was going to get cut from WWE. But he's there, sat at the back of the WWE tour bus, like a cool kid that he is. And he's just spitting some rhymes, just rapping, because he's just like so good at it. And one of the higher ups at WWE,
man called John from Massachusetts.
He loved rap music, yo. And he was rumored that Stephanie McMahon, daughter of the WWE's owner Vince McMahon, heard him just spitting some rhymes, spitting some serious bars,
Doing wrestling. Don't be forgetting that I'm testing my dependence.
And she was like, you should make that your character. I think that would catch on. The WWE talk about this story like absolute gospel.
Yeah, they do.
I have never heard any other wrestler be like, I remember when John was at the back of the bus.
Just rapping.
No, you never hear anyone talk about the rap thing.
Given what we know about A, wrestling, B, this period of time, do you think there is any way on earth they would not have torn him a new one? That this, like, fridge-shaped white guy is at the back of the bus rapping like Lin-Manuel Miranda, but with a brain injury. And they're like, that works. That's
the guy. But he changes his character. He becomes the doctor of thugonomics.
It's the thing of, I can see it written down. I've heard that phrase, doctor of thugonomics, so many times. Seeing it actually in text is so funny. Because again, it's the give me the gun, said the Phantom of the Opera. You have to write doctor of thugonomics. Send email. And Vince is going, that's great. That's great stuff.
He came out to his own rap theme, which was Word Life. Word Life. It's your basic thugonomics. And he would cut, and I've put in big air quotes here, rap promos on his opponents. It was like William Shatner speaks singing with a Dr. Seuss type flow, followed by like a homophobic slur at the end of it.
Sorry, I was not prepared. I was genuinely not prepared for William Shatner reading Doctors. That's so apt. That's like the most. Except you're gay.
Yeah, and you're gay.
And everyone
Suck my knob. Michael Cole's gay. That's a lot of it. A lot of this.
Boobies.
Woo!
We love that sort of stuff. Yeah, he would just say a little.
You having a good day? I guess because y'all gay.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of just saying
boobies.
Woo!
That's what you would get to get a reaction. People loved his urban gangster flavor that he had so much of.
Oh my God.
He was a heel during this time, which is a bad guy, but he sort of grew into a baby face, which is a good guy, because the crowds just really loved his hippity hops, spitting those bars at straight fire.
Boobies.
Because wrestling is mostly watched by other dorky white men who kind of listen to rap, but this is more relatable to them.
Have you heard of the Wu-Tang?
Guys, I've been listening to Biggie Smalls and his friend Tupacus.
Muff Doom, I hear, is one hell of a fellow. But yeah, he was, gaining popularity, becoming more successful. He won the United States Championship from The Big Show at WrestleMania 20.
Oh, the large parade, as I call him.
He would redesign the US title to be a spinner belt.
I love this belt. Everyone hates it. I think this belt is hilarious based on the fact it hung around for so long.
So it's the spinner belt, and it became like the main plate would spin like a car's wheel trim. It was 2004.
It was if you can imagine a classic wrestling belt with the big W from WWE, the W spun.
That's the world title. This is the first one
Oh!
that he did. I don't. Do you know the some on air Googling?
He's got more spinning titles.
John Cena US title. That is. Yeah.
That's actually worse than the one I was thinking of. That's so
It's big Diamante Vajazzle US across the middle.
The US spins.
Yeah, and that middle bit spins. It's beautiful. It really, really is. He would redesign the belt.
He did it. He had it in his drawing going, I've done it, Vince.
He would lose the US title and regain it again in 2004, which he lost on the 3rd of October to Carlito, after Carlito's bodyguard, Jesus, stabbed John Cena in a nightclub.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. I hate to break it to you. This was in storyline.
John Cena wasn't stabbed by a bodyguard in a nightclub?
He was not stabbed by Jesus. But this was so he could be written off TV to go film the movie The Marine, 2006.
Everyone loves that.
This is the first time Cena was starring in a movie. He was the lead, and he played John Triton.
That's an even shitter fake name than John Cena is. John Triton.
John Cena is his actual name.
No,
though.
I know. But John Cena sounds like a fake name.
It does sound like a fake.
John Triton.
Well, John Triton is trying to adjust to regular life after serving as a Marine in Iraq when his girlfriend Kate is kidnapped, and it's up to Triton to save her. The movie received less than stellar reviews. The New York Daily News said, "Granted, this movie is unlikely to threaten The Departed at Oscar time, but for a mindless entertainment, you could do a lot worse." The movie would gross $22 million on a budget of $15 million, so not a great, didn't double its budget, so it's like probably maybe just broke even.
I'm going to say this now because it will come back later. John Cena is a better wrestler than he is actor. He's a horrible actor.
He's very wooden in The Marine. He is like, I think
people couldn't see you can't see me. It's like talking to a bookshelf. It's very Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. I think John Cena has a little bit, and it's unfortunate because he has the proportions of one as well. He acts a bit like a Thunderbird's puppet. He looks a bit like a marionette.
Yeah.
And I think
it's like if a bear became sentient and had a job,
yeah.
and he has to go like, oh, I need to go get my girlfriend.
But back to wrestling.
Important.
Yes, very
real
important.
stuff. Come on.
Cena would go on to almost accidentally win the Royal Rumble with Dave Bautista.
This is so good. I love this. This one's great because of how many times they tried to do it again.
Yes. So the way that the Royal Rumble works is that it's 30 men enter at staggered intervals, and the last person,
ladies,
and the idea is that you got to throw them over the top rope. If you get thrown over the top rope, you are out.
Both of your feet have to touch the ground.
Yes. Last person in wins a shot to go to WrestleMania.
Mania.
So what happened was John and Dave, they fall accidentally at exactly the same time.
You could not And this is the reason I bring it up, because
They've done things like this before.
They try to do it again.
Yeah.
And it never works because it's so genuine and so random.
Yeah. That how they fall, and it comes out, and there is like a real air of confusion because the referees are there who, you know, granted that they're not like officials in the sense of like they're not the ones who are deciding this, is Vince McMahon is. So they're going like, Dave wins, Cena wins.
Because the refs are basically just men in shirts.
They're actors, you know, they're acting along with the whole thing of it. So they're like, and Batista is the one who is like scheduled to win. He's the one who is booked to win this thing. And then Vince McMahon comes out like the most angriest man. He's so angry. I can't imagine being that angry.
I
couldn't imagine being that angry because
I've been like furious.
But Vince McMahon gets in the ring. He's so angry he tears both of his quads.
The clip is incredible. The clip is so incredible. Like he gets in and he just starts collapsing, and you're like, what? But he's still so angry,
and he's shouting a bit like, "Get him out of here!" Yeah. And he's like,
he's crawling on the floor.
Oh yeah, he sat on the floor like a little child, just being like, "No, Batista's supposed to win."
He's sounding like Richard Nixon. He's screaming. His legs don't work.
It's genuinely one of the most like surreal moments in wrestling, where it's like this thing that is surprisingly has never happened before, of like someone accidentally winning.
Yeah.
And that someone got so angry that they tore both of their quads.
Which is a disgusting injury as well. Like that takes so long to recover.
Yeah.
And it's like, imagine being that angry because like he just runs and gets in the ring.
But
oh, it's incredible.
It's incredible stuff. But even though Cena did not win the Rumble, he did end up going on to face the world champion, John Bradshaw Layfield, who is a direct copy of the character Rich Texan. He plays a rich Texan.
JBL.
JBL. And then Cena would redesign the world title to the title that you were saying about earlier, with the big spinning W in the middle, and people hated it.
I love it. And I kind of like it because people don't like it. It's so tacky. It's so wrestling. It's so of its time.
So my controversial opinion on the spinner belt is, I actually, as a gimmick title, as a like, he redesigned the title.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly fine because I think it's like, it's in keeping with his character. It's the mid 2000s.
It's tacky, it's gaudy.
Yeah.
It's very like rapper. And I'm using big quotes here because it's John Cena. Yeah. It's rapper aesthetic. It's very urban.
Yeah, a lot of urban gangster flavor.
Yeah, we've got a lot of urban going on.
And so I think that's fine. The problem is that they kept it around for 8 years. Like winning that belt in 2013 is like, what do you mean that this is the world title
belt?
It's got the word champ on it.
And you just know it's because it cost him a bunch.
Yeah,
and it's like a pair of shoes your mum bought. No, you can still wear those. And you're like, Mom, they're not cool anymore. And you're like, no, I paid a bunch for them. Put them on.
Fans hate it as well because they're like, it looks like a toy, which was by design because it's very toyetic. It's like, oh yeah, the kids want it. So
yeah, a lot of wrestling belts end up looking like toys because children like to wear them.
They sure do. And children at heart, you know, we do have a wrestling belt that's...
Ours is very nice,
It's
though.
a very nice wrestling belt. None of this spinner nonsense.
No.
Cena would get his new entrance music. The Time Is Now, which, you know, everyone's heard.
Yadu!
It was part of his rap album called You Can't See Me from 2006. That was John Cena and that trademark. It would feature songs such as Keep Frontin', Bad Bad Man, Chain Gang Is the Click, and Beantown.
He did like Chain Gang.
He sure did. It's not a good album.
Moving on.
At this point, this is when like fans started to turn, because he was like the top guy in the company. He was like The Rock, Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan.
He's on all the posters. He's the man.
He was like way too kid friendly. It was a lot of like, Cena's gonna beat up the foreign heel of the week. It was a lot of like very... And
we are in a very interesting post 9/11 wrestling world where like, woo, America, boo, everyone else. And John Cena definitely was the like, he's the most American man you've ever seen.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of things that people didn't like about Cena. The one thing was that he was always a babyface. He never turned heel, which like really annoyed fans because it's like a natural cycle of like, okay, well, we're booing you. We're telling you that we don't like you.
So you become bad.
So you become bad. Like that's
and
the
then
thing.
we go, yay, until you keep being bad. And then we boo. And then you turn again.
Yeah. There's like, you know, it's the natural life cycle of like being a wrestler.
Yeah.
Turning face and heel it's very, very common.
You keep kind of going as the audience goes and like you're able to grow and develop because you're not the same baby face the first time as you were the second time, supposedly.
Yeah. And, you know, fans came up with the meme Cena wins lol because he would just win every match. And Cena was quite limited in the ring. And I say this in a part of like, you know, now he hits all of his moves and we're like, oh my God, he's crazy good.
Yeah.
Because we know them and love them. But back then it's like, oh, it's quite basic stuff. And you've got the rise of things like Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, which are like real wrestling alternatives that are offering like a different style of wrestling.
There's also a lot of around this time we were also starting to get a little bit of like the lucha stuff as well.
Yeah,
so
you know, a lot of that coming back in. Even like TNA had their X division, which was like the young flippy guys doing flippy
and
stuff.
it's like it is starting to change to be very dynamic, very gymnastic.
Yeah. And John Cena is not that. Like John Cena
New Japan's doing like hard hitting, like strong style matches.
Which again, John Cena is not doing. John Cena is, you know, he looks like a fridge and he sort of moves like a fridge. It's like
puts you down quite gently comparatively. Like
and it was like a real throwback to like the Hulk Hogan kind of time of wrestling, which like fans just didn't want at that point. There was, you know, just other stuff that was kind of about in the wrestling industry.
It was there were other things that were newer and more interesting that we could get access to that we couldn't before.
Yeah. And, you know, he would show up with his merchandisable, bright colored t-shirts, his hats, his towels, his silly little spinny belt.
His little socks, his sweatbands.
Yeah, you know, he was like merchandisable and he was just very, very kid-friendly, which turned a lot of wrestling fans off.
Because typically wrestling has, up until this point, wrestling wasn't really for children. Children watched wrestling, but it wasn't made for children. It was for your dad to watch with your kid.
Yeah, and like, you know, there were other factors that went into that, which I won't get into because that's not like
what we're doing here.
Not what we're doing here. But there were other things of like why they were going more kid-friendly. But like John Cena is like so kid-friendly. He's just the most like I say,
he's an action man. He looks like
he does look like an action man. You know, it's no coincidence that he's in the Barbie movie as one of the Kens because it's like, yeah, of course he is. Like, but the fans just wanted someone, you know, more sort of raw and edgy and different. And this is where we get one of John Cena's biggest and best opponents, CM Punk.
Oh, I love CM Punk. I have a very big crush on CM Punk. It's been mentioned many times on this show. He started to go very salt and pepper, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he looks Mr. Punk. Mr. CM. But the fans adored Punk. He was everything that Cena wasn't. Like, Cena was clean cut, shaven, buzz cut, you know, he's like super there. Punk has got facial hair, he's got tattoos, he's got this long, slick back, kind of little bit greasy hair, he's got face like piercings and stuff.
He's a bit sleazy, he's a bit like...
And Cena's Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, whereas Punk
he's saluting and loves the thing.
But Punk's there like, I am the voice of the voiceless. I'm against the WWE, and I truly believe that I am the best in the world. In that, like, no, I'm just better than you kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the two would become classic rivals, all building towards Money in the Bank 2011, the pay-per-view, where they had just one hell of a match. The event was held in CM Punk's hometown of Chicago. And the story was that CM Punk's wrestling contract ran out at midnight, which was a shoot. That was real. His contract was due to run out then. And he was going to win the title off of John Cena and leave the company with the WWE title and never return. Punk cut the now infamous pipe bomb promo, where he said let's be honest, some pretty choice things.
It's interesting because he was doing a lot of blurring the line between what happens now all the time in wrestling.
Yeah.
This was kind of the first time we got of him actually really messing with what was real and what was not real.
Yeah. He, at one point he says, "I'm breaking the fourth wall here," kind of thing. But he goes, "The one thing you're better at than I am is kissing Vince McMahon's ass," which, and obviously Vince McMahon being the booker, John Cena, very good friends with him. Vince McMahon is going to make money despite himself. He's a millionaire who should be a billionaire. You know why he's not a billionaire? Because he surrounds himself with glad-handed, nonsensical, douchebag yes men like John Laurinaitis, who's going to tell him everything he wants to hear. John Laurinaitis would be brought up in the Vince McMahon sexual assault allegations of 2023.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, yeah. So, the other thing he said was, this company will be better after Vince McMahon is dead. But the fact is, it's going to be taken over by his idiotic daughter and doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family. Triple H is the son-in-law of Vince McMahon and is now the chief operating officer of WWE.
Good job, Tom. I mean Triple H.
Yeah. But, and CM Punk.
Now works for WWE again.
That's a whole episode. That's a whole CM Punk episode in and of itself because, good Lord. But besides
Girly popped off.
Girly popped off. But the match between Cena and Punk, Money in the Bank, it's incredible. Like, if you have
so good.
If you have no interest in watching wrestling, which I get, you should definitely go out of your way to watch the entrances because it's kind of the thing that like really gets it of like that crowd is on tenterhooks. They are waiting for CM Punk.
They are rabid for it. Because anytime CM Punk's in Chicago is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they are there and he comes out first and they are going ballistic. Babies are getting thrown in the air. Like, they are just so amped and pumped.
When wrestling crowds are on, I think they're some of the best.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%. And then, there's a moment where Punk's in the ring. It's just him. And he sits in the middle of the ring, cross-legged. And they are, like, chanting his name. And then Cena's music hits. And they start booing. And it's
unbelievable.
Yeah. And it's just like one of those, like, it's such one of those moments that it's like, oh, this is why I love professional wrestling.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I get into of like, this story that has, it's wrestling, but like, oh, it's a bit real. And it's like, is CM Punk going to do it? Is he going to win the title and leave the company forever? Like, it's a really interesting, like, position that they're in. There's running spots, there's some smoke and mirrors, but it's just a really, really good match. It's one of the best matches. Like, I absolutely love it. It is on YouTube if you want to go watch it if you are interested.
It's definitely a really good one to do because I think for a lot of time when people don't watch wrestling and you go, oh, you should watch wrestling, it's always the Undertaker and Mick Foley match. We all know the Hell in the Cell. I think this is a really good alternative to see the, like, it's not just watching a man almost die. It's like, here's what these crowds are here for. It's pantomime. It's gladiators. Like, it's all of these things. Like, we love the, like, to it.
You get so, like, suckered into it.
It's bigger than sport.
Yeah. That's it. It really is.
It's like if footballers did a little speech and then did a game.
The thing that I always say about wrestling is like, people go like, why would you be into wrestling? And it's like, do you know what it is? There are so many moments in real sport that you go, oh, you get.
It really gets you.
It really gets you. I'm not like a massive like football fan, but I get invested in the World Cup. And there are moments in football where it's like you are invested. Leicester City win the Premier League. You're like, oh my God.
What happened?
That's such an incredible underdog story. When Man City win the title and it's like they're there and they score in like the last minute and it's one goal and they just get it and you're like, and he's there and it's like Aguero and you're like, I don't like Man City. I don't care about Man City.
But you care about like the story and the moment.
The moment is there. It's like the last possible second and they pull it out the bag and it's like, you couldn't write that. And I go, yeah, that's amazing. But the problem is that those moments are so few and far between in sport,
Yeah.
And like, because most of the time it's like, they're at the top, they win, they win.
They did great, or they just kept moving up and they did well.
They won back in March, no one was going to catch them, that's that. And it's like, or, the team with the most money won. It's like, who cares? But in wrestling, it's the thing of like, you get to write that narrative of being like, oh, okay, it's CM Punk's hometown. Like he hates the WWE. He hates John Cena.
Yeah.
And this is personal for him. And then he has the thing of like, this is his last chance to really stick it to the man and win the title. And he does it. And he gets out there and he's Vince McMahon standing there looking at him. And CM Punk's holding the title and he's running off through the crowd and he blows Vince McMahon a kiss. And then you don't see him again for 2 weeks and then he returns. But that's don't worry about the follow-up. The follow-up is the moment. The moment's there, you know. That's what you're there for. So I think that's the thing of like why I love it. You get to build these big moments.
Get to see like soap opera actually act out in sport. It's that you get to see these huge peaks and troughs of people's narratives in a what looks and is presented as a sport.
And it's
why I like it, because I don't watch a lot of sport. It doesn't, but I can understand why you get into it, because it's the tension. It's the like. It's the same as watching The Traitors. You're like, who's gonna do it?
Yeah. It's that. It is that. But it's like it's in real time. You grow with these people.
I have been pitching for a hot sec celebrity traitors, but it's all wrestlers.
God, CM Punk, baby. That's
Oh god,
the receipts, the drama.
He actually could not. He'd be worse than Joe. He would
talking.
actually fight someone.
Oh my god. But yeah. The Money in the Bank match, it would get a 5 stars from the Wrestling Observer magazine, and it's considered one of the best matches in WWE history. So I 100% recommend going
Let's not
and watching
trust
it.
what Dave Meltzer says, though.
Look, this was
Boy can't finish a sentence.
Cena would also go on to face The Rock at WrestleMania in this big dream match once in a lifetime.
What? Can you smell that? What's The Rock cooking?
What is The Rock cooking? I don't know. But yeah, once in a lifetime. Then they did it the next year.
You know,
so twice in a lifetime. You know, I'm not going to get into the Rock thing.
John Cena was on like a big tirade against The Rock of being like, you left, you went to Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Again, irony now is... But again, it was very fun to see him call out basically, not as superior, but like someone in a class above him, I guess, of being like, you left, you didn't do the right thing, like I'm here, I'm still wrestling. And there was a lot of that for a long time as well, because John Cena's thing was like, I'm a wrestler, I'm staying.
Well, the part of that is that, so the second time, twice in a lifetime, The Rock was due to film a movie and he gets injured and it puts the movie on hold for 3 months, and now because of that you cannot wrestle
with all The Rock.
You can't wrestle and be an actor. That's just like, you choose one or the other, which is kind of why we sort of see Cena where he is now. But we could,
we'll get to it.
Because this is the thing. It's like Cena would, carry on the WWE, but he'd start making some more movie appearances. He was, like I say, very like WWE movies, the Marines, 12 rounds or whatever.
One day we'll do a full episode on just WWE movies, because they're wild.
They really are.
And none of them are good.
We can watch all of them, all 7 of the Marines, or however many there are.
Absolutely not. The only one I want to see is where, oh God, they stop like a terrorist attack in an arena.
And Rusev's got a gun.
It's Rusev! And like Kane's there.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. But Cena would get his big break in the sort of world of film in the Amy Schumer comedy Trainwreck. It was like a bit of more of like an extended cameo where he plays her boyfriend. But it showed Hollywood that he's actually quite a good comedic actor. It's one of the things that he is good at. And
he is funny.
Yeah, he is funny. He's like, I can't explain. John Cena's just such a weird guy. Like, I
think it's the thing of going back to him like badly rapping. You can't do it. You can't make a Michael Cole is gay joke without like actually having a decent sense of. I think that's it. It's like he's so po-faced.
He's so goofy as well, though.
He is, but he never breaks it. He's so straight as he's doing it, and I think that's the funny thing, and I think that's what amuses him.
Yes, I think it's a lot of things that pop him is the thing that he like goes for. But he'd get a lot more comedy roles. He would be in Daddy's Home in 2015, Sisters also in 2015, the movie Blockers in 2018, and Bumblebee in 2018.
Sure.
But,
I remember I have seen Bumblebee and being like, is that John Cena?
Yeah. They're called the Decepticons. Did that not raise any alarms to anyone? But he still wasn't really like over with the WWE fans. They were still a bit like, don't really like you. You're still John Cena, you've never turned heel, and you still move like an action figure that's only got like 3 points of articulation.
Do we at this point have the "Let's Go Cena" chant?
Yeah, we've got the thing of "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks."
Should you and I do this on the show? Let's go Cena.
Cena sucks, because the men are not here for John Cena. In 2014, he wins the US title again. Yeah, and he sets up the Cena US Open Challenge, where anyone could challenge him for the title. And he gets some younger opponents in. So he gets like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and he just puts on really good matches.
Yeah, because we also have that like new era of wrestlers coming up that are all these guys who, some of them have done indie stuff, some of them haven't, but they've been to different places. They are slightly different wrestlers.
They're not in like the WWE style that John Cena is kind of in.
They're not fridge shaped.
No, they're not fridge shaped.
Kevin Owens shaped like a bowling ball.
But like, they're different kind of guys.
Yeah.
And Cena like can hang with them and actually is really good in these matches. And all of a sudden people are like, oh, has John Cena been good this whole time? I would say no, but like that's like...
No, I think he just... I think he's very smart.
Yes,
I think he knows how to like step up and adapt and do... He knows how to get paid.
Yes. He knows what he's there for, yeah.
Yeah.
But Cena, after he loses the US title in 2014, he would sort of go a bit more part-time, but he would carry on wrestling. He had an insanely good trilogy in 2017 with AJ Styles, or 2016 to 2017. Yeah. Their Royal Rumble match for the title, one of my favorite matches of all time.
Beat up John Cena.
Beat up John Cena. The match template is big move, kick out. Big move, kick out. And it's like, yeah, love it.
AJ Styles has the best forearm in wrestling, other than Kairi Sane.
Oh my god!
And it's only because she's tiny.
Styles clash. Oh, it's good. Love AJ Styles. Love John Cena.
What does AJ Styles wash his hair with?
Oh my god!
It's beautiful, and I believe it's mane and tail. Because like it's the only shampoo conditioner combo that you go, how else do you get it that shiny?
Oh my gosh, it's so shiny.
Look up AJ Styles and then look at his hair. It's gorgeous.
He's such a big man as well. Cena would tie Ric Flair's record for 16 world titles in 2017. He'd win it off AJ Styles.
But no one's beating Ric Flair's record of getting drunk in bars in Florida alone.
Well, I don't know. We could give that one a good go. We could give that a good crack if we wanted to.
Oh, I don't know.
And in 2017, John Cena would announce the Time Is Now retirement tour. That in 2025, it would be his last year as a wrestler. He'd become, more of an actor. He's getting into the franchise fodder, Fast and Furious. He's become quite a big player in the James Gunn DC Cinematic Universe as Peacemaker.
He's a mess in Fast and Furious.
That first movie, he's like the villain that he's in. And it's like, very serious. I'm John Cena.
John Cena, American white man.
And then the next movie's in Fast X. He's like, well, hey, it's me,
Hey,
John
goofy uncle. He's like having a little road trip with a boy. Yeah,
it's John Cena's Twitter and then John Cena's Instagram. Like that's the two, the two paths that it goes down.
My other favorite thing about that is that film insists upon the fact that he is related to Vin Diesel as like actual siblings.
That they are brothers.
That they are biological brothers.
And you're like,
I remember sitting in the cinema and like almost crying, being like, what do you mean?
That movie's a mess. Fast 9 is like a fun mess. Fast 10 is like a boring long mess.
Magnets.
But yeah, 2025, he starts the retirement tour. He goes on to lose the Royal Rumble. He was the final two with the eventual winner, Jey Uso. Yeah. Then he won the Elimination Chamber to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed title at WrestleMania. But Cena did the unthinkable. He turned heel. He kicked Cody Rhodes in the balls and sided with the corporate bad guy, The Rock, and two-time Grammy Award-winning artist Travis Scott. Weird.
That was all very... This was huge. I remember
the moment is massive. The follow-up is terrible, but the moment, again, it's one of those things of like, if you want to find out about wrestling, why it's like such a big deal, go watch that moment of Cena turning heel.
This is not even a joke. Our entire lives, John Cena has been a good guy.
Yeah.
He's never done anything that we would consider villainous. And he suddenly does it, and the whole time we're going, why is Travis Scott here?
Well, yeah. Like, it's... The moment is so big, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh my God, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, heel Cena, we've never seen... And in his last year, that's so bold to do. He would cheat to win at WrestleMania with the help of two-time Grammy Award-winning artist Travis Scott.
For some reason, weirdly.
In what is called one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time.
Yep.
It's terrible. Like, one, because of Travis Scott. He had no business being there. And two, it was just slow and bad. And some people think that was on purpose, but it's just like...
But why is Travis Scott always that?
And, like, Cena's, like, heel run, he had, like, the idea was of, like, you have booed me this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I have been a babyface... And you booed me. You hated me.
And he does some, again, like, very good, almost too real promos of being like, why am I doing it? Why am I putting all of this time and effort? Why am I literally killing myself for you?
Yeah, it's like, he's like, yeah, this is a toxic relationship. Yeah, that
promo is really good.
It's such a great promo that he cuts where it's just like, I have given everything to you, and yet you still boo me. You still don't want me here.
You still don't respect me. You still don't like me.
You think I'm a joke. The thing that you do is you say you can't see me. That's just a crap joke that you tell all the time, and that's my legacy.
Like every picture you see, you go, oh, there's no one in this picture. Yeah.
So that's really interesting, but they just don't do anything with it.
No.
He would face his old rivals in Randy Orton, CM Punk, and the influencer Logan Paul, who, classic Cena rivalry, I know.
Unfortunately, Logan Paul is a better wrestler than he has any right to be.
Yeah. Cena would randomly turn back babyface on the go-home SmackDown before SummerSlam, where he would end up losing the title to Cody Rhodes. What was the point? I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah.
But Cena's final year, it's been an odd one, but up until now, I think now it's kind of turned around a little bit. People are excited. He had a match against AJ Styles, which was great in Australia. Big move, kick out.
Big move, kick out.
But it wasn't just their big moves. It was other people's big moves.
Which is so fun. Every now and again, we should explain. Wrestlers have moves that they do.
They have signature moves and finisher moves.
And every now and then, they'll do someone else's.
And normally, if you hit somebody else's like finisher against someone else, that's like a real disrespectful thing. He's losing to. He's going to tap out to his own move.
Yeah, he's going to do his thing on you.
Yeah, but they were doing other people's moves who, John Cena hadn't had the chance to face because he's only got so many dates, so he couldn't have matches with everyone that he wanted to. So he's hitting like Edge's move. He's no longer in the company. He's hitting The Undertaker's move, he's retired. He's hitting The Miz's finisher. He's hitting Bray Wyatt's finisher, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. And, they had a match together, which was very nice. So it's like a nice moment for everyone.
They do it as like little tributes, unless you're Cody, who just steals them after a while. But it was done as such a fun, like, if you know, kind of.
So it was just like a lot of nice stuff like that. And he recently won the IC title against Dominic Mysterio. He'd never won the IC title before. This was the first time he's
that's fun.
He's ever won it. So that he's now a
Dom's got too many belts.
Grand Slam champion. Dominic Mysterio, one of my favorite wrestlers at the moment. I won't get into the whole thing of Dominic Mysterio, but he's one of the best wrestling characters of all time because he technically started as a child.
It's been his whole life.
It's been his whole life because his dad won custody of him in a ladder match. So,
there was a ladder with a briefcase, and in the briefcase contained the adoption papers.
Yeah, the adoption papers for this
and
child.
Whoever won the match got the child.
He has 2 matches left, John Cena. He has a rematch against Dom that he's going to have at Survivor Series, and he's going to face the winner of the Last Time Is Now tournament. The favorite to win is Gunther, which I really hope he does.
I hope he does. I
love Gunther because Gunther, he's like, the ring is sacred. He is like, wrestling is the most serious thing in the world. And he looks like an 80s henchman in a Bond villain kind of thing.
Yeah, he does. He's like 9 foot tall.
Austrian.
Very European.
Very Austrian.
Yeah.
He wears a big coat.
He's very stern. He's got a very sensible haircut.
Oh, he's got a very sensible haircut. He wears loafers and no socks. That's the kind of guy that he is.
Yeah.
And he's kind of the exact opposite of John Cena in that, like...
He looks
like,
like the guy that Rocky fights in Rocky 4.
Yeah. He really has some,
In that,
Ivan Drago type, like, energy about him. So I'm really looking forward to that match. If that is the way that they go, I'd be thrilled for that. I'd be absolutely...
It'd be so fun.
But yes, John
Cena.
Cena. If you haven't already, give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our Patreon. It's currently free. We have the post show going up. And very excitingly, for the month of December, it's Christmas month, baby. We're going to be
I don't want a lot for Christmas. I just want this podcast.
We're going to be having, going through some of our personal favorite Christmas things. We're not necessarily saying that they're the best, but they are what we have as like our Christmas media traditions.
Yes.
So it's going to be, I won't spoil them for you, but it's a lot of the things that we watch either on Christmas Day or the run up to Christmas.
And do you know what? Some of them are pretty niche.
Yes, some of them are pretty niche, but yes.
But we're here to give you our Christmas traditions for you to take over.
Yes, absolutely. But that's going to be going up on our Patreon, patreon.com/howtobeanicon. And of course, you get access to our post show. This week, it is a pre-show. But Donna, is John Cena an icon, would you say?
Yeah.
Boobies.
You caught me doing that. Yeah, he is. You can say John Cena to most people, and they'll go, "Wabadoo," or like they know who he is.
Yeah.
I think the thing that really solidified it for me was seeing him in China, where like Western stuff wasn't big. It was starting to become big, but it was like it had to be Avengers big. That was only the real, like the Western stuff that was really getting through. John Cena broke that barrier.
Yeah, that's
like,
he
popped above it, and like he's so big. He's so well known.
Yeah.
He's in Scooby-Doo.
He is in Scooby-Doo. I did not mention the WrestleMania Mystery Scooby-Doo specials that he's done. But yeah, I mean, I think John Cena is an icon. I think it's very interesting. Like, I think in a couple of years' time, it would be interesting to see whether we go, oh, he's just a wrestling icon, you know, like he's like a Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, everyone knows Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Is he Stone Cold or is he The Rock?
Yeah, or is he The Rock who has broken through beyond the wrestling barrier and is now the biggest movie star in the world? He's got, 14 to 17 prosthetics on in the Smashing Machine.
He's going to win the Oscar.
He's going to win an Oscar.
He's going to beat Taylor Swift.
No,
he's going to win an Oscar.
He didn't beat Taylor Swift, and God, I hope they do a thing with him and Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh my God. The two of them having to talk about acting would be absolutely fabulous. I think the other thing about John Cena as well is that like most people say about wrestling of being like, you should be yourself, but turn it up to 11. John Cena is not that.
Himself. We actually don't. He's the closest to Katy Perry in that I don't know who John Cena is.
I don't know who John Cena is. Because it's like the thing of like, he comes out, he wears the colourful shirts, the jorts and all that. And it's like, and he does all this rapping and stuff. But it's like, that's not you. And then you see him on like the Tonight Show and he's a wrestler in a suit, which is always weird. Wrestlers shouldn't wear suits.
Normal clothes is really weird.
Yeah. And he's like goofing around with Jimmy Fallon, like laughing it up. And then he's doing
But it's very like controlled. It's so like,
and then he's talking about how he has his flat white order and he's being very,
he's at like a fan event and someone's like, what's your favorite meal? And he's like, Nikki.
He's like, my wife's box. And it's like,
boobies.
But like, and he says that. And then you go on his Instagram and he's just shit posting all the time. He's putting
his Instagram is so funny. He will not stop making edits of Stone Cold.
Yeah, he was just like weird Stone Cold edits.
Stone Cold dog feet.
Yeah, like
it's just a dog's feet on Stone Cold's head.
But then it's like he'll go on Twitter and be like inspirational. Like he'll be like, you
wake up in the morning and know that you have to work as hard as you can to be better than everyone else because you demand and deserve excellence. I am a mirror of your excellence. And you're like, whoa, John.
And like
Stone Cold dog feet.
And he follows everyone on Twitter. Everyone you know, John Cena. This is the goal of this podcast, is to get John Cena to follow me. Like,
We can do it.
but like, he follows everyone, and it's like, I don't know who John Cena is. But I guess the thing is, my lesson would be the person that you need to be,
Yes,
not the person that
you want to be.
Be the person that they go, John, we need you to be a robot man. And he's like, I'll be a robot man. It's like, John, we need you to be a rapper. It's like, urban gangster flavor, and you're gay.
Boobies.
You know, we do a lot of that. And then it's like, John, we need you to put a suit on. We need to talk about how great this movie. And he's like, I love Ferdinand the Bull.
I love being in this.
Yeah.
I've had a great time and my co-stars are wonderful. I feel this story is powerful and impactful.
And then it's like, John, we need you to promote Peacemaker. Go out there with a little shiny toilet seat helmet on, and he's there.
He does his little dance.
Yeah, he does his little dance, and he just does it like it's nothing. And it's
he's great in Peacemaker because he's doing the most John Cena acting.
Yeah. And I guess that would be my thing of it, of being like, do you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter what you want to be or what, like, turn yourself up to 11. No.
Not necessarily. Like,
do what you need to do. Be the person that
get paid.
Yeah.
Show up, get paid. And I think the thing we genuinely don't realize is that more people in entertainment do that than we realize.
Yeah.
I think I got this a little bit from Mariah Carey's book, but I do think we do this to ourselves personally as well. We want to justify it to ourselves and being like, no, I've made this decision. I'm making this art. I think John Cena is very aware of, you show up and do what you need to do to get paid.
And also,
Boobies.
thank you very much for listening to this episode on how to be an icon. Next week, we'll have an episode, as promised, on Mariah Carey. Cannot wait for that.
It's good.
But in the meantime, like I say, give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice. Leave us a review. Leave us a comment. Who is your favorite wrestler? I would love to know who our audience, not a wrestling audience, who do you love as a wrestler?
Like, if we say wrestler, what name do you think that is not John Cena or The Rock?
Giant haystack.
British Bulldog.
British Bulldog. But thank you very much for listening, and
Boobies.
home safe, everybody.